is the first time. Is the first time. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure if we're live. It says we're live. Can anyone tell us if we're live or not? Can you hear me? Can you see us? Yes. Okay. Okay, we're live. Okay. Hi, everyone. I don't know how many people they're watching because it's the first time I'm using StreamYard. Okay, I can see over there 2 people. So it's me and Ron Hubcult again. Or Balazs, which one should I use?
I don't mind.
Okay, good. So because we're not in the same country right now and we have some issues with our protesting, I thought we'll just have a little talk about security in Scientology. And we just had a short talk. Actually, you first encountered security already in Hungary. That's correct, right?
I did, yeah.
Yes. So hi, girl. You wanna tell the story?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everybody. First of all, I think Scientology up north just missed me, so that's why we need to do some live stream together. But so you want to hear the story? Who recruited me, basically?
Yes.
Okay. So the story starts. My mom worked at the post office or post building, whatever you call it, behind the encounter or whatever it's called. And there was some guy who delivered the post to the mailboxes. And one time I worked there for like, I don't remember exactly, 2-3 months or something, maybe 1 or 2 months. I don't know. So for short period. And I met this guy at that working place.
Yes.
His name is Thomas Todd. And years after, he just called me to have a hot chocolate or to drink something and to talk about whatever. And we sat down. He was talking about something, and after that, he body routed me into the mission in my city where I was born. It's called Kazincbarcika. So that guy was basically my body router, the first Scientologist I met in my life personally. So years after, when I came to Denmark and we met here again in AUSH EU, then we started to talk. I never liked that guy, but we talked for 5-10 minutes when we met. So it was just a friendly conversation.
But do you think he had like already the back door? He just wanted to recruit you, and he was inviting you for a talk or whatever, in mind of just getting you.
He wanted to recruit me into Scientology, but the mission leader took over me basically.
Yeah.
So he handed over to the mission leader.
Yeah. Do you think it's typical that security is trying to contact potential Scientology members, new members, or?
Wait. Let me finish the story. When we met again in Copenhagen, so basically I did not know anything about this guy and anything about Scientology. But years after, when I arrived, I was living here already, and we met again, like years after, I don't know, 5-6 years after. Then we started to talk a little bit, and then he mentioned that he basically worked as a security in Denmark, in AUSH EU. So I did not know anything about that before. And
so at the time when he was body routing you, he was already located in Denmark, or was that after?
No, he Actually, he was located in Denmark, but he moved back to Hungary because he
Okay.
was a Sea Org member. I don't know when, before 2011,
Okay.
2010. He was a
Okay.
Sea Org member for a few years here in Denmark, and he was a security guy. And I don't know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, who leaves the Sea Org, you are not allowed to tell why you left the Sea Org.
Yeah.
I always told why I left the Sea Org because I don't care. But that's different. That's just me.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
left the Sea Org and then he moved back to Hungary. He created the mission in my city. After he turned over to another person the
Mm-hmm.
mission, the whole mission. It was a little mission, just in the basement under the staircase. In
Yeah.
whatever,
A little bit like the Finnish one as well, right?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least it was not closed. I
Okay.
met like 2, 3 people when I went
Okay.
into that mission.
Yeah, that's two or three more than in Finland.
Yeah. So yes, yeah, he left the Sea Org. He moved back to Hungary. He body routed me. I came to Denmark. Years after, he came to Denmark as well. Um, he did not join anymore the Sea Org, and I asked him, "Why don't you join the Sea Org if you were a security? You know everything.
Mm.
You can just do your, I don't know, your ethics handling or your whatever you need to do to join the Sea Org
Mm.
again." But he said it's too complicated. Okay,
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay. I actually had it as a question here also. Are all
No,
Scientology security guards Sea Org members?
I mean, if you are a security guy
Mm.
at an org,
Mm.
then it depends. Yeah, it depends
Okay.
which org you are in. You are in.
Okay.
If
Okay.
it is a Sea Org base, then you have to be a Sea Org member
Okay.
to
So
be a
in
security guy.
AOFH EU, they would be all Sea Org members, but on Ideal Org, not necessarily.
No, there is another example. I was first time when I arrived to Denmark in
Mm.
2011.
Mm.
I was with a guy on EPF for
Mm.
3 months in the same time. Kinda, he arrived before me,
Mm.
and anyway, we left around the same time.
Mm.
And I just saw him when we protested there, or we
Okay.
kinda did some video.
Yeah.
He was a bit limpy, a big guy, a big
Yeah.
limpy
Okay.
guy, and he went in and he didn't say anything to us. But anyway,
Mm.
um, he was the night shift guy, or the person who looked over the DK org, the Denmark Ideal org,
Mm.
over the night for years actually. And he was
Okay.
kind of a security guy over there,
Mm.
and
But
he
not
was
a
not a
Sea
Sea
Org.
Org member.
Okay, but
Sorry.
then should we just go through the questions I have, and then we can talk more
Yeah.
if there comes, because this is just for basically security at Scientology for dummies. So maybe you can't answer all the questions, but we'll just go along. And if you don't know the answer, then that's just too bad. Maybe someone can help in the chat if they have more information. But first of all, which locations are is security located in the Danish different Scientology organizations?
Uh, I mean, you mean like Corona, the hotel
Yes.
where they
So
live?
yeah, I would say AO, the DK or Corona, Karlslune, let's say also say Narconon.
But that I don't know. Narconon is not. Uh, it's not related to Scientology org. It's a
No,
different
no, no. But do they have
organization or
security also there?
We did not have security there when I was an
Okay.
Arconon staff member.
Okay.
No.
Okay. But what about the other locations?
Yeah,
CLO, New
of
Era.
course. CLO, New Era, all of them have had securities.
Yes. Yes.
Even at the night, somebody had to stay there as a night watch. It's called, I think. So you were the security basically.
Yeah. So
When I
basically,
Yeah,
mm? So basically, every single organization or building in Denmark has a security staff 24/7.
24/7. Yes.
Yes.
Either you are a Sea Org member or not a Sea Org member. It depends on
Mm,
the location. But
mm,
yes, there is security everywhere.
yes.
And just in parentheses, when I wanted to leave the Sea Org last time, like
Mm-hmm.
I had enough. Even though I wanted to leave the Sea Org, they put me in Karlslund. They put me to be the night watch or the security in the night.
Mm,
Like what the heck, you know? I
mm,
could just blow
mm.
immediately, you know, if I wanted to, because I was kind of alone in the night and I had to check all the doors if it was locked. If it wasn't locked, then I needed to lock each door in each room.
Okay, so you were doing the security checking in the building, basically.
Yes, I had
Okay.
some checklist I needed to go through. Of course, I
Okay.
skipped half of them or more than
Mm,
half. I couldn't care less, you know, like I'm not going to check everything and go around
mm.
and, you know, who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And yeah. Okay. And you already covered if they are Sea Org members, and that's depending on the location where they are located, the security. So
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Uh, what was your first contact or impression of security staff in Denmark? So when you arrived, were you dealing with the security in the start?
It was tough. It was tough for me because of the
Okay.
control, immediate control.
Yeah.
You know, I came from Hungary, from, you know, where there was no control. You know, I just, you know, said to my mom, I'm going out. Yeah, fine.
Mm,
Come back at 2 o'clock, and I came back at 5 o'clock. Like, who cares?
mm,
You know.
mm,
So nobody, you know, was behind me and grabbed me and put me
mm,
home or something. But when
mm,
I arrived and I was an EPFer,
mm,
uh, you know, the Estate Project First, Estate
mm,
Project Force
mm,
member, which is not a Sea Org member. It's a boot camp. It's
mm,
Product Zero, it's called. But the security always got me somehow. You know, I was going for a break here and there, you know, just drink during the study time or
mm,
I don't know, try to go out to see where am I, you know, Copenhagen. I was never here, so let's go out and check
mm,
around the streets, like to not get lost or something. But somebody was always coming after me and stopped me. So it was
mm.
very weird. It was very weird.
Okay.
Why they are, you know, behind me? Like I am not a criminal anymore, so I don't
Mm,
need to watch my back or
mm,
behind my back. Like what's
mm.
going on? You know, I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything. I'm just, you know, try to look around or to be orientated or something
Mm.
like that.
Okay.
And they always stopped me and put me back to wherever I needed to go.
Okay. So you would, on a break or something, thought maybe you have some minutes to wander around or go and have a look at something, and the security put you in in your place right away, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any personal relationship with the security? Like, was there, for example, some security that was living in the same berthing as you, or did you develop any kind of friendship or?
Friendship, no. Uh, when when I was living in Corona,
Mm,
I had nothing to do with any security. No.
okay.
And when I was living in Karlslund, I was not living with security together because, you know, they are in a higher management. They are under
Mm,
senior HCO.
yeah.
So they were living in different rooms, or most of them were married, so they got their own rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, but otherwise, I did not have any relationship with them. No friendship, nothing. There was one Hungarian guy, um, Daniel. He was kind of okay for a short, sorry, for a short while.
Mm-hmm.
But when I wanted to leave, then he turned around. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah, nothing special.
Okay. And what about the daily routines and daily schedules? Were they similar to other Sea Org members, or were they working on different kind of hours compared to, or for example, when the bus is picking up people from Karlsluna, were they driving with the same bus, or were they having
Mm.
their own schedules?
Yeah, most of them, they had the same schedule as we did,
Mm-hmm.
but they turned some shifts.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they just arrived in the middle of the night, uh, because they ended their shift. So it was the same, but sometimes I don't know what they did. It was, one, two guys had different shifts.
Mm.
So I don't really know. But most of the time, yeah, they had the same shift as we did.
Okay. And would you say that it was in the organization, it was considered that they had a little bit more important or a higher task than the regular Sea Org members?
I mean, I never understood what they did, what they do all day
Mm,
long, because it's day by day, nothing is happening in the orgs, day
mm,
after day after day, and they are
mm,
just wandering around sometimes, just fixing some, I don't know, camera here and there,
mm,
fixing whatever they do, walking around. And I never saw them study in the course room, or they had their own office. Nobody could go in there but security,
mm-hmm.
not even other Sea Org members, like high
Yeah.
management post, RTC or whoever. I never saw anybody to go into their office but security.
Okay.
So basically, I never understood what they do all day long.
Okay, that actually comes to, yeah, is a little bit related to the next question, because this is your personal opinion I'm asking now. Do you think
Yeah,
that security at Scientology is more for internal or external security?
it is
So
internal
are they?
security.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they are not. They are not the. They are not the. Their main task is not to protect from external threat, so to speak.
no, that's the OZA, I think.
Mm,
I mean, if a guy want to break in to
mm,
an org, of course the security has to show up.
mm,
So they are kind of training, day by day or daily. I don't
mm.
know, but they are not huge. They are not muscles. They are not
No.
pump or puff. They are
Yeah,
just
some
regular
of them are
guys.
bigger than others.
Yeah, some of them are big, taller. I
Yes.
would say taller, not bigger, because sometimes I just measure them like, okay, I could just beat kind of all of them. Maybe one or two can beat me, but I am 170 and 60 kilos. But literally, I could just go on them like, these are the security guys. Like, what the deuce?
Okay.
So yeah, the question, to answer on your question, yeah, it's more like internal. If somebody do some trouble in the
Mm,
org, they need to come and handle the guy.
yeah. And could you give some kind of example of what you have seen, if, for example, while you were in Sea Org or
Yeah, I can give one example. Let's
mm-hmm,
say when I went into AO last time, or
mm,
around February, to ask back my money,
yes,
immediately the security came out
mm,
before anybody else. The
mm,
security was the first person who showed up just to
mm,
stand there and watch me, to do
yeah,
nothing but just to be, I mean, to secure the environment or
mm,
something like that. But he did not even talk to me, or did not do anything. But
yeah,
I can give you another example. When we want to leave, or when somebody wants to leave
mm-hmm,
the Sea Org, and there is a birthing in Karlslund, and
yes,
there is an open space. I don't know. You know there is an open space around.
outdoors, the grounds that are the fence going around it. Yes, yes,
Yes, yes. So you can just walk out easily. It's not
mm-hmm,
like in Corona
mm,
where there is a door, so you cannot go anywhere. The
no,
doors are all locked, so you
yes,
cannot go out. But in Karlslund, you can just go out from your room and just leave.
yes,
And the security is there to stop you physically, basically.
mm.
That's one thing, that they are going to stop you physically.
Did you see
The
that
second,
also in practice?
no, I missed it. I did
Okay,
not see it, but I heard somebody
okay,
show, I mean, somebody saw when the security uh, just stopped the person who wanted to leave.
okay, okay.
But
So
after like a
physically,
day or two, he left, so it
yeah,
doesn't matter.
no. But on the other hand, still, it's even if it was a couple of days after, physically stopping someone leaving the Sea Org, that's criminal.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yes, yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the security's job is to check your stuff,
yeah,
what you have in your room,
yeah,
whatever it is,
yeah.
phone, your underwear,
Mm.
everything.
Yeah, so maybe we can talk a little bit about that because while you were living in Karlsruhe, you know basically the routines they have over there in terms of the incoming post and what kind of personal possessions you have. So maybe you can talk about that a little bit.
Oh yes, oh yes. Even in CLO and in Karlslund,
Mm-hmm.
they if somebody gets a package, a letter, a post, whatever you name it, something
Mm,
comes external,
mm-hmm.
it goes to the security, and they are checking it. Whatever, they scan it, or they open it, they read it, they unpack it, they do everything to make sure nothing is inside. I mean, we
Mm,
are not talking about whatever knife or something,
mm. Yeah,
or
but it
some.
sounds something similar to what would happen in a prison. If you are a prisoner, then of course been committed of a crime. You're in a jail in a secure environment, so they want to make sure nothing is coming in. But
Yeah, but here is more
mm,
focused on the mind
mm,
trick, because
mm,
when you get something, your mom writes you, okay, happy birthday to you,
mm,
enjoy whatever the gift is,
yeah,
and she can write PS, anytime you can come home, honey. You
mm,
can leave to see, or whatever.
mm,
That you will never get it.
mm,
And after that, they know what your mom wrote to you,
mm,
and you will be watched by whoever. There is the letter. your
Yes.
senior, under the senior, what whoever, and
Mm.
you will be not allowed to call your mom or get the phone, or you will be checked more
Mm. Mm.
or watched more.
Yeah.
So that's the security's job
Yeah. And
everywhere, in
I mean,
Carlslund and in CLO
mm,
and everywhere.
yeah. And even though, I mean, the content of what they are screening is not maybe the same as in prison, it's you can still compare it to a prison because they are
It
controlling
is.
what you have access to and what you don't have access to. And if you're physically being stopped leaving, I mean, you cannot compare it to anything else except kidnapping, perhaps. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you pack your stuff in your room,
Mm,
the security is going to show up immediately. And
mm,
and I don't know, because it did not happen to me, but probably they will put you in another room, and they will close the door. You will be watched 24/7.
mm,
So it is a prison.
yes. So you were also explaining about this going through your personal belongings. How often did that happen, and how does it happen? Are you present when they are doing it, or how does it happen?
No, you go on your post.
Mm-hmm.
You leave at, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. You leave. They come and they check everything. They go through everything. They check if there is any dust, or the room is clean, and there is
Mm,
an
a white
undercover mission.
white glove check.
Yes,
Yes.
which is totally okay.
Mm,
But they check all your stuff.
okay.
If yeah, if when you join the Sea Org, for example, you need to
Mm,
hand over all your electronic stuff, all your phone, laptop, everything what
okay.
you have,
Okay.
and they will check it, what you have been watching, if there was any sexual stuff or any anti-Scientology stuff, everything
Okay.
they will check.
Okay. So you will need to provide your password to your laptop and phone and everything.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, they will just break in. I mean,
Okay.
hack in.
Okay. Okay. And how often do they check your personal belongings? Is it daily?
Oh yeah, it is daily. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Every
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
Every day. Okay.
every single day.
Okay. So did you do ever like that you were putting things on certain place to see if they are checking it, or notice that okay, something has been moved, or was it just the general known fact that everything is checked all the time?
I mean, in at that time, I did not have anything. I mean, to hide. I did
Mm,
not have anything to hide, so I did not
mm,
care less.
mm,
And yeah, sometimes my stuff was moved a bit here and there, but I was pretty organized. Like
yeah.
I was kind of an army guy, so it was
Yeah.
pretty okay.
Okay. I was just thinking about a story you told me. I don't know if you want to tell about this time when you were sick at the Sea Org, regarding the movie and the problem you had. I think it's kind of funny, but it was yeah, very
Yeah,
strange because it was very innocent in my opinion. So I don't know if you want to
yeah,
share it.
yeah. I don't know if I was sick or not. I was sick maybe for a day or something, but I was not really
Yeah.
sick. I wanted to, skip the shift and skip
Mm,
the the Sea Org live. I
yeah.
did
But
not
I
want to
mean,
go to AO.
yeah, but I mean, if you are working, let's say 3 months, 7 days a week, sometimes you might want to have a sick day. I mean, anyone
Yes,
would.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I got sick, and when somebody is sick, he has to go in ISO. It's called isolation, into another room or something. But I did not go to ISO. I just stayed in my room. Everybody left, so I could just be there and sleep, do whatever I want. The food, they brought the food from, I don't know, Cielo, Norland, I don't know from where, to Karlslund. It was in Karlslund. So days went by, I did not do anything. I was just, sleeping, going around a bit. There was no mess work, if you are sick, nobody talks to you. So it's you are kind of free. And days went by and I got a little better. I mean, I was not dying or something, but
Mm,
mentally I got a little better. Okay, now
mm,
soon probably I will go back to do some Sea Org stuff. And I was thinking, so what should I do today? I cannot go to the main building to watch movies because there was some movies, some CDs where you could watch movie. You could just read there, but I was not allowed to go there because I was sick.
mm,
So I was thinking, wow, I had my laptop. I did not have any access to the internet, so I couldn't do anything on the internet. I didn't do any film. I mean, I did not have any film or any movies on my laptop because
mm,
you need to delete or they go through, before you join. So you need to get rid of kind
mm,
of everything. But I remember I had one movie in my laptop in the CD area,
mm,
The Wolf of Wall Street, and I forgot that for I don't know for months. And that time it just popped to my mind. Wow, I had that CD in the laptop because I did not have any, the folder or the
yeah.
coverage for the CD. So let's get out the laptop and watch it. I
Mm,
did not watch any movie, anything for literally for months and months. That was the first time when I wanted to watch a movie. So
since
I got
you
out my
joined Sea Org.
yeah, yeah, yeah. After I joined the
Okay,
CEO,
okay,
I did not watch
okay,
any movie.
okay.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
But okay, I got my laptop out from my closet. It was it was around, in the morning. Everybody left, so that's why I was thinking. So what should I do today? Oh, let's watch a movie.
Mm,
So I opened my laptop. Oh, there was the CD. Okay, let's watch it. And I watched it for like half an hour or something. I don't even remember for how long. It was, pretty short period of
mm,
time. And the security just came into my room like out of the blue. Like I did not expect that. Like before, nobody checked me.
mm,
And now, or they checked me afternoon, kinda, yeah,
mm,
around 5 before dinner. They checked me if
yeah,
I'm alive or not.
yeah.
And yeah, it was in the morning. So he just came in and he went on me immediately. Like, what are you doing? What are you watching? Why don't you work if you are good? Like, what is going on?
Mm,
And I got very surprised. This was my first time, watching or tried to watch a movie.
mm,
And, I did not know what's going on.
mm,
And he grabbed my laptop. I don't know what they did with my laptop. Probably they checked it if I watched anything else.
yeah.
And of course, I got some KR knowledge report on me,
Mm.
what I have done. I watched some, Wolf of Wall Street. It's pretty,
There's some
uh,
nudity in it, and yeah, yeah.
yeah, some crazy stuff in it. So,
Mm,
so yeah, I got some KRs knowledge reports. So I needed to handle myself after, after
mm,
the ethics officer found out that I got the KR, because
yeah.
for a while nobody came to me and nobody said anything about
Mm,
this. But Of
Mm,
course, it turned out that I got some chaos from the security, so it's a big
mm,
issue. So I needed to handle.
mm.
Fine.
And what did you
Yeah.
need to
So,
do then to handle the issue?
oh yeah, I tell you, I was so lucky
Mm,
at my handling.
mm-hmm.
You know why?
Tell me.
Because I was sent to a mission to Budapest
Mm,
uh, to reg to register some people to do the OT
yeah.
levels in Denmark. So I was sent there for a few days, a weekend,
Mm,
and the few days after before. So when I was about to leave AOSH EU
mm,
to the airport, then the security came up and they said, "Oh, this guy was watching this movie and he slept in and he never handled this KR, the knowledge report, so he need to do something."
yeah.
And I was about to leave to the airport, so the time was clicking.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So what should I do now? If I miss, then the captain. It was the captain's order.
Ah,
The
okay.
captain ordered me to go to Hungary, so it was a huge order. The
Okay.
biggest guy in
Okay.
AOSGU.
So you're damned if you do or don't. Both ways, it will be an issue for you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So the biggest or the seniorest ethics
Mm,
officer came to me. They found her, and she sat down with me, and she did. Actually, I did not write anything. She did write to me all the points, like what I need to do, or will I ever watch movie while I am sick? No, I will not ever watch any movie. And she was writing down, and
So, this is it sounds so absurd because you know what a normal person does when they are sick at home. They watch movies all day. They lie on the sofa, they eat something nice, drink
yeah,
some tea, and they watch movies all day long. You
yeah,
got to watch half an hour of Wolf of Wall Street and you got a ton of trouble for that.
yeah. And I never watched the movie while I was in the Seoul. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I did not do anything. I just promised everything what I will do or what I will not do in the future. And she just
Okay.
wrote down and she gave it to whoever, the security, to sign
Mm,
my leaving routing form, or I don't know.
yeah.
So I got out from AOSH EU.
That's yeah, it's insane story. I think we kind of touched upon it on it already, but what kind of rank do the security have in the organization? Where would you place them in, for example, in AOSH EU? How high rank does the security have over there? I assume they control every Sea Org member and the public over there. So,
I mean, they are not in touch with anybody unless it's necessary.
mm,
But as I mentioned, they are under senior HCO,
mm,
so they are controlled by CLO, the Continental Liaison Office.
mm-hmm,
So it's very complicated because now we need to go into the organization board and
mm,
different organizations,
mm,
just like RTC is a different organization,
mm,
Watchdog Committee was a different organization, CLO is
mm.
a different organization, AO. So this, yeah, it's very hard. What was the question again?
So where do they rank in the organization, like compared to regular Sea Org members and the public?
Okay, okay. So they are pretty high
Yeah,
uh, ranking. I mean, they are in a pretty high organization. You can
yeah,
say that.
yeah,
You can call it like you are a public between the public and RTC. They are around the middle, and that's
Okay.
pretty high.
Okay. And are they working closely together with OSA?
What? Nah. Yeah. I mean, they report to OSA if there is something.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I know or what I observed,
Mm-hmm.
OSA is above them. I mean,
Yeah.
senior to them.
Yes. So they would take
So
orders from OSA.
yeah, for sure. So that's why I'm saying they need to report to OSA.
Mm-hmm.
And who do you report to? To your senior, to your
Yes.
boss.
Yes.
So the OSA controls them,
Yeah.
kinda.
Okay.
But OSA is a different organization. So
Yeah.
you see,
Oh,
that's why it's so confusing.
okay. And do you know? Oh, now we lost you for a second there. You're back.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
yeah.
lost for a second there. I don't know what happened. I also was wondering if they have access to personal data, or do you think that's something that need to be requested from OSA, or
Personal what?
personal information? I mean, your personal belongings clearly they can go through, but do they also have other access to your personal data?
Yeah, yeah. They yeah, they know everything about you.
Okay.
Yeah. When there is a life history, when you join the Sea Org, you need to do a
Mm-hmm.
life history. There is
Okay.
2 million questions about whatever you can
Mm.
imagine.
Yeah.
And the security reads it for sure because
Mm-hmm.
they are under senior HCO. So of course,
Mm.
the personal stuff.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, they know. Yeah, basically they check everything, all belongings. They check,
Mm-hmm.
so they know what you have. They check all your stories, all your
Mm-hmm.
information about you, where
Mm-hmm.
you were working, where you were born, what you did in life, what you did not. So they know everything about you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's one question. We can do questions afterwards if you have some. But Fuzzy being handcuffed, so it was asking that would you have got into same kind of trouble when you were sick if you were watching Battlefield Earth instead of Wolf of Wall Street?
I mean, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Whatever you watch, you are not allowed to watch movies. That's the
Yeah.
point. Whatever movies you watch, but less trouble for sure because it's just
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
don't John Travolta, yeah. So
Yeah.
you could have some justifications for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I never seen the movie, but I assume it's
Yeah, me
John
neither.
Travolta saving the world or something. I never seen it. But yeah, for sure, write some questions if you have anything. We can take it afterwards because I only have a couple of questions left. And the one I'm thinking next is how does the security behave, like for example, towards Sea Org members, or if you're a public, is it different kind of interaction?
It's always different towards the public.
Mm-hmm.
They are nice, even though if you are in a trouble, ethics trouble,
Yeah.
or whatever trouble you are in, they are
Mm-hmm.
nice to you.
Yeah.
So they don't go harsh on you.
Yeah.
It's more like it's the ethics officer's job to
Yeah.
go tough, you know.
Yeah.
So they are nice when you
Mm.
are a public. If you
Mm.
are a Sea Org member, then they are your seniors, you know. So
Yeah.
they behave as a boss. They want to
Yes.
be bossy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And what about when you left the church and you were, for a moment, you were just an ex Scientologist before you became an activist? How was your interaction after that? When you first time went to, for example, ask for your money back, was the behavior different again?
Yeah, the very first time when I came back or when I went back, after like 2 years, the
Mm-hmm.
very first time, I just went to the reception. Everybody knew me. I was,
Mm,
in middle of the sec check before I was a public, a Sea Org member, so
mm.
everybody knew me. And I just went to the receptionist and I said, I want my money back. And she got surprised, but she pulled uh, um, whatever paper, this routing form, yeah, routing
Ah,
form,
okay.
how to get your money. You need
Mm-hmm.
to do some certain steps. And
They
I
have
said,
it on hand over there.
yeah. And I said, no, I am not going to do that. I just want my money back.
Yeah.
And she called, I don't know who she called, probably Oza and the security, because
Mm,
after a minute, the security just arrived. And then after a few minutes, the Oza guy arrived to the
mm.
reception.
Yeah.
So that time, the security did not do anything but just staring at me,
Mm-hmm.
or watching me, basically.
Mm,
And I went there a few more times, or a couple of times. I don't even remember, maybe a few more times.
mm.
But they got worse and worse, more antagonistic to me, or more
Yeah. Yeah.
distanced to me.
Yeah.
And at the end, even the security chief said, "You are not coming in anymore." Okay, I don't want to come in anymore. I just want my money, so I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they did not let me in the building anymore, not even to the reception.
Okay. Okay. And what about after we started our activism? Has it
Um, you can say reach and withdraw. There is a procedure or a process in
mm,
Scientology when you reach something and then you withdraw.
mm,
So when they started the protest,
mm-hmm.
they kind of withdraw again.
Yes.
Like they stood behind the door, they locked the door. They just,
Mm,
went on the backside. I have
mm,
nothing to do with this guy. I don't talk to this guy. I am not letting in. I'm calling the police. I'm afraid he will shoot me or
mm,
something,
mm.
like, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That's
Because
that's
this is
why.
the only, yeah, this is the only time I also have experience with them, and it's very strange because uh, in Denmark you don't even have a lot of security. You maybe have some security in a shopping center or at the airport. You have security, but it's not very common to have security in different places. It's very very minimal. But when you have security, they normally take contact with you. They
Yeah,
talk with you. They ask, okay, what is your business? Or, do you need something? Of course, it's different if someone steals something from a shop, but otherwise, they are doing a certain kind of customer service job, you would almost say.
yeah.
And Scientology security is always yeah, withdrawing and afraid. It's very strange.
Look, that's why we talked before. It is an internal security. You
Mm,
know, they are handling the guys inside the buildings. The
mm,
public, the Sea Org members
yeah,
handling. You know what I mean by handling.
yeah,
So who somebody comes from outside, just like you and me, they can they don't know what to do with these guys, with us, for example.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And also, I mean, I put in the video thumbnail, I put the most famous security guard there is in the Church of Scientology, Angel. And
Yeah,
even compared to Angel, the behavior of the Danish security is different because in the start, when they started the protesting in LA, Angel was standing outside. He was not taking contact with the streets LA or any of the other protesters, but he was kind of trying to stand his ground outside the building. And
Yeah.
even in the end doing the bull baiting, which failed completely, and then he disappeared on from the face of the earth. But I'm just trying to think that, is it because they were just not expecting us, or is this some kind of new tactic that they have towards people that are anti-Scientology or activist or protesting? What's your point of view?
Good question. It's just my opinion. I think they don't know what to do.
Mm,
That's simple.
yeah,
They don't know what to do.
yeah. That's how I feel also, that whatever has happened so far, they have just been surprised. It's been
Yeah.
quiet for so long, and yeah, there's not there hasn't been
It,
any kind of resistance.
yeah, it's very new to them because because we are using the live stream,
Mm,
we are using the YouTube, we are
mm,
we are going there face to face, we are
mm-hmm,
confronting them,
mm,
which probably before nobody did really.
mm.
Okay, there was some guys, let's say anonymous, and maybe
Yeah, but
after
I
that,
mean, those security that is there, they were probably in diapers when Anonymous was protesting. They were not there at that time.
yeah, you never know.
Yeah, they're quite kind of young, at least the guys at AO. I would think they were not there.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mm. But yeah, you're probably right about that. You're probably right about that. They don't know how to handle, and also because if you, I'm thinking like, if you only have to deal with Sea Org members and the public until now for the whole time you've been a security guard over there, and as a public, or as a Sea Org member, you kind of need to be a little bit submissive towards security, since they are higher, they have a higher
yeah,
position.
yeah.
That suddenly you are faced with people that have no kind of fear or special respect for you.
Yeah,
That is shocking.
it's nerve-wracking for them, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, it's a good mental test for them as well, I think.
Yeah, but there is
Yeah.
no confront from them,
No,
as you can
absolutely.
realize.
No confront. Not even. Sometimes I feel they are afraid to even give an answer when you are asked a question. Like,
Yeah,
is the police coming? Have you called the police? No answer.
yeah,
Just the door locking. So it's interesting. Yeah, but I think that was all the questions I had, and I don't really see any questions here. There's someone called Fanny Marie is asking us to take a train to Malmo and take a look at the church there. That's something I hear quite a lot, to visit Malmo.
yeah. I think we will do that at one point for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So
Now, not this month because we will have some special guests this
yes,
month. So be
yes,
ready, guys.
yes,
But sooner or later, yeah, I think we will just jump over and then take a look. Like, this is it. This is how empty it is. You cannot
yes,
really go there because there is some
yeah.
certain park before or in front.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like they
By the
have a
way,
driveway to the org, so
yeah,
you cannot go close to the door. And anyone who's been there recently says that there's nothing happening over there. So
of course not.
no, so it's it's an extra trip to do to see basically nothingness. I mean, we can go and have a look, but when you have a buzzing orgs over here, I mean, okay, I would not say the DK org is buzzing, but there is people coming in and out every day
Yeah,
doing course and doing their purif and so forth. And then you have the AO, and you have a lot of people doing their OT levels over there. It's more important for us to put our focus there as soon as we get fixed our little issue, hopefully soon. I
yeah,
think we need to get an update on Monday if we don't hear anything. Yeah, we're not going to hear anything this week, so I think we'll just need to contact
I
Nordic
mean, we
Air.
can just call the police on Monday
Yes, yes. So, yeah,
just to
that,
ask,
that
or
was
we
my
can
plan.
go to
Yeah,
them, like
yeah,
asking, are you going to call us, or
mm,
did you put away
yeah,
our case, or what's going
exactly.
on?
Yeah, exactly. So I think I will,
Yeah,
give a call on Monday, and maybe you can do the same. Then we'll figure out what's going
sure. I
on.
can just pass by.
Yeah, exactly. So we have
Okay.
nothing to hide. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, in case there's no other questions, I think that was it. I don't have anything else over here. So, and we've been already on for almost an hour, so that's good.
Oof, okay.
Yeah. So if you have, yeah, that someone is writing, thanks for keeping it real and drama free. Yeah, we have no drama over here. So
Yeah, we
that's
are
not
here
our
to
plan.
end Scientology,
Yes,
not
yes,
not to end each other.
yeah,
We need
exactly.
we need to help each other.
Yes, yes. So we support everyone who's supporting ending Scientology. So
Yeah.
that's basically our our motivation. So yeah, I hope everyone's gonna have a great week, and then we're gonna do a video on your channel also soon. So if you have any wishes for any topics, then yeah, just write it on the comment section. And if you have some questions later on, we can also have a look at it. So thanks for joining us this time, and see you soon. Uh, I don't know if I
Yeah.
should just shout out. We have Matt in the chat, and Eric Rader, El Sarmento, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs, Tim Greenglass, LA in
The
Toronto.
core base.
Yes, we have all the best ones over here. So yeah, I'm super happy that you could join us. And yeah, we're gonna talk to you again soon. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.